For more than 150 years in Chagrin Falls, there has been a store that's been considered the focus of the community.
Through the American Civil War, 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and much of America's history, it has been vital to the area, and it still is. Here's Leon Bibb with another stop in my Ohio.
It is almost like time standing still. Though the clock rotary pendulum spins slowly, time does pass. This store is a clock itself, counting more than 1,367,000 hours since Chagrin Hardware opened. An old-fashioned store where time is not stopped, maybe just slowed.
I know my father and my grandfather both shopped here.
And so you grew up coming in here then, right?
Yeah, my first toy came from here.
This hardware store in Chagrin Falls tracks back to 1857. The Schutz family, Ken and Jean, bought it in 1963 from an uncle who had had it since 1920. The little store with longevity is still in the bloodline, with descendants selling 21st century hardware, which shares space with stuff steeped in the past. Some of the shelves are old ammunition boxes, which once held shotgun shells.
How old do you think this is?
No idea.
But you guys won't tear it down.
No, people want the boxes, but...
The Schutz brothers, Jack and Steve, inherited all of this. Sister Susie Johnson, too. Good friend Rob Schwind also labors here, boasting 25 years employment under those bib overalls. In the village, everybody knows Chagrin Hardware.
I think it's more comfortable than the newer stores that are just don't have as much character, maybe.
The store with character, packed with products of today, sandwiched in with exhibits of goods not recently seen. Everything sets on the new floor, put in 1900. The older floor is under that. Through the generations, floors have heard the same hardware talk. Nothing changes.
And so the water runs all night long.
It's not like the one I brought in.
Yours is softer.
Pathways to the past. In the 20s, cars were sold here, one at a time, all that could fit in the store. Past and present share space. Decades ago, children intent on loading BBs into BB guns needed a parent's note. Some kids sidestepped parents by penciling forgeries of mom's signature on school paper. Chagrin Hardware kept the evidence.
Dear hardware people,
Yeah.
Bill has my permission to buy BBs, and it's signed Bill's mom.
When Ken Schutz bought the store after his service in World War II, he paid tribute to veterans. Chagrin Hardware still does.
Last year we had 74 local families that brought in photographs and uniforms and memorabilia from anywhere, actually all the way back to World War I.
Main Street Chagrin Falls has been the store's home for more than 150 years. So loved it is, last year a cash mob flooded in, surprising owners with business and love.
We had 500 cash customers that day. We had over 1,000 people in the store. A youth minister summed it up best for us. And she came at the end of the day and she said, "How does it feel to be loved?"
The love flows in both directions. Chagrin Hardware is known for its personal howdies.
We're here from Bonnie.
Hello.
Oh, that's good. That's a good sign. She did the telephone directory cover one year, and she also did the local Chagrin flag.
I like that. That's a nice one you're building. I love it here. It's like home away from home.
150 years ago, customers would come into Chagrin Hardware. They'd meet a guy like me, maybe in bright red suspenders or bib overalls. And they'd say, "Listen, I got a problem with a part. Maybe you can fix it." I'd say, "Well, let me take a look at it." "Oh, yeah, I got something this will work well with right back here on the shelf." That's how it was then. Fact of the matter is, still is today.
Came in with it in pieces and wanted to know how it goes back together because they got it someplace.
Or they take it apart and can't get it back.
Yep.
Stocked with hardware, if you can't find it here, you can live pretty well without it. Add to that, good conversation and caring at no charge. An old concept never out of style. Chagrin Hardware, Chagrin Falls, in my Ohio, boasts a long history of business done right. Just ask these walls. They've seen it. I'm Leon Bibb.